two holiday games, Thanksgiving Day versus the Cowboys at Jerry's World, and Christmas evening at home versus the Broncos. RC, I know you love the holidays. 'Tis the season, time with the family. Were you a fan of playing football on the holidays?
I am. First of all, I'm a fan of playing football on any day.
Okay.
Right? Like that's what we do. The thing about holidays for football players is during the season, none of them actually feel like the holiday that they are. Right?
Yeah.
If you on Thanksgiving, you're going to go to work in the morning. No, they might let you out a little bit early, but you truly don't get that feel of what you had growing up. So the thing about playing on the holidays where you felt special. You knew at that time it was just your game, that everybody was going to be sitting around fat and happy watching you. And so to me, it was an opportunity to show just how different our team was than any other team. And if you play on the holidays, normally that was during the week or at a time that was separate from the normal game day. So now you get to chill and watch everybody else.
See, I have a different, I'm scarred. I'm scarred because I played with the Detroit Lions. We obviously played on Thanksgiving. And at that time, we were bad. We were so bad, and we would get smashed at home every Thanksgiving. So now you get smashed on the field. Then you got to go home.
How many years were you in Detroit?
4 years. 4 years. And then you got to
take
go
4 L's?
Yeah. 4 L's.
You lost every time?
Every time.
Wow.
Damn.
Come on, Woody.
Now, one year I was in New England, and we played against Detroit on Thanksgiving, and we won that. But when I was with the Lions, we lost every single Thanksgiving game.
That's why it's so good to see the Lions now. Because, I mean, you talk about football purgatory for a long, long time. I mean, there was a time. I mean, I started coming on national television. Why are they on national television?
I try not to correct you because you're often correct. They were in football hell.
Okay.
At least purgatory, you're in the middle. Yeah, they were.
Purgatory is not the middle.
They was in hell.
But hell is worse. So I'll go with you. They were football hell.
Purgatory, you just waiting to pick one until you're picked in one.
Purgatory is purgatory, my brother. It gets sad. It gets sad in purgatory. I know.
Okay, this conversation is depressing.
But I got it. But that's not the case with the Lions right now. And so, listen, we talk about the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, Christmas. Especially Thanksgiving, you want to see some good games.
Yeah.
We got three good ones this year.
We got 3 good ones this year.
Yeah.
And major props to the Lions because usually the afternoon game with the Cowboys and the night game is usually a good one. But the Lions had ruined it for years. That's not the case anymore.
Yeah, now they're good. And the Pistons are good. So their fortunes are turning. Speaking of football purgatory, what's up with your Steelers, Stephen A? You guys have a quarterback yet? Schedule was released yesterday. Questions still surrounding their signal caller. There's concern they could get out to a really slow start. Listen to what Dano had to say about this yesterday.
Look at that start of the schedule for the Steelers and imagine that Mason Rudolph is the quarterback.
Yeah, and
you feel like with what he's got him, they would still do well there?
No.
No.
I think you're staring at 0-6 in the face.
Like honestly, I mean, think about the Jets.
Love you, Mason.
I mean, I'll tell you what, Aaron Glenn will blitz him into oblivion. The Seahawks, Mike McDonald, that's a pretty good defensive coordinator, all right? And with the Patriots, Mike Vrabel with that new defensive line up there in New England. The Vikings with Brian Flores. With the man, come on.
You know what that's about? You know what that's about? See, that damn Mr. Chippendales, Louis Riddick, okay, and Dan Orlovsky, they did that just to get on my nerve. They did it for a sake because they knew it was going to be picked up by First Take. That's what they did. They did that to take a shot at me. 0-6, my Steelers. I mean. But they're right.
I thought you were going to defend us.
I can't. I was trying to gumption up the nerve to defend it.
Let's get Aaron Rodgers.
You cannot. Listen, you have to. Because with Mason Rudolph and Skylar Thompson, you cannot expect the Steelers to win football games. Period. Really? Cannot expect the Steelers to win football games. And not only that, now Pickens is going. And if I'm Metcalf, I'm going like this. Why the hell did I end up here? Why? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I got his bag, $232 million. He deserves it. But I'm like, wait a minute now. You wide receiver. Who the hell don't throw you a football? Who the hell's going to throw you a football?
Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, that's all I care about.
I can't.
Now, it's going to make a difference.
Yeah, so how many games are they winning?
It makes them significantly better if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback over what they'd be with Mason Rudolph as the quarterback. There is no way that we could sit here and say even a diminished Aaron Rodgers is the same as Mason Rudolph. But it still makes them a team that won't pick high enough to get the quarterback.
Well, let me ask you this question. both of you this question. How much better, if at all, do you all feel Justin Fields and Russell Wilson are above the Aaron Rodgers that you saw last season?
I think what Justin Fields can do with his athleticism is what would elevate him above Aaron Rodgers to me, and his youth as well, right? The ability, the dynamic level of play you can get from his arm and his legs if you continue to develop him, especially the way Arthur Smith wants to play football. I believe they gave up on him too soon last year. I believe if you continue to play with Justin Fields, he continues to grow under that organization. He's the quarterback of the team this year. This is truly what I believe. And now when you bring in Aaron Rodgers, things have to be tailored to what he wants to do. Have you built the pieces around to do that? Here is my fear with the Pittsburgh Steelers, that with Cam Hayward, with drafting another D tackle in the first round, with having TJ Watt, with adding Darius Slay on the outside, Minkah Fitzpatrick, having Joey Porter Jr. on the outside, I still think they're going to be too good to lose enough to change your future. They're going to be too good to be in the spot to grab a quarterback next year that changes where they are.
I've always said with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Stephen A., you would know about this in the NBA, the worst place you can be is in the middle.
Of course.
It's the worst place you can be in sports, and that, to me, is going to be the Achilles heel of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers will ultimately be with the Steelers. They'll win just enough where they won't have an opportunity to go get maybe one of the leader.
And that's why I'm upset they didn't draft Shedeur Sanders. Because the point is that if you expect to be good enough to compete, that's middle of the road. At least you would have had a quarterback you would have spent this upcoming season developing so it could be in the future, as opposed to still being out there looking for one.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's pull up the schedule really quick. Do we have that? RC, I'm curious. So assuming it's Aaron Rodgers there, what's a realistic record for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Honestly, I believe if you have Aaron Rodgers, it's realistic for this team to be competing to be a game above 500. I do believe it's a good enough team to win 8 or 9 games. And when you think about Mike Tomlin's history as the head coach, they're at least that every single year. And you're going to look at the Dolphins game down the stretch for the Jets last year. You're going to look at the Jacksonville game down the stretch for the Jets last year. And you're going to say, oh, Aaron Rodgers can still throw the football. Aaron Rodgers can still play with accuracy. If Aaron Rodgers has time, if Aaron Rodgers has a run game, then this team can compete. And we know what they could be defensively with the way they turn the football over, the way they rush the passer on the outside with the outside linebackers. Minkah Fitzpatrick tendency and ability to turn the football over on the back end. This team can be good enough. But isn't that why Pittsburgh Steelers fans lament the Mike Tomlin tenure? Because